Real in my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many be on some anti. I told her pull up, she asked me do I.
We're across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former first-round selection back in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Still first down. Check. Let's go.
Up the middle they go. It's Turner. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 57 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Dart. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week. He found the way for his team movement.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rhodes. Room here to run. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch it and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and a yard.
Let's go now.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rhodes. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Giants' 4-yard line.
Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Washington.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Cougar 19.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Ready, ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hey, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they know.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2.
Alert!
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Down the left sideline. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
7-yard line.
Roll, 19.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Reload! Ready! Viking 18!
They'll keep it on the ground. Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. The New York set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw now, Dart. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
19-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Rig. Up those streets.
Now a give, right side. It's Rhodes. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, McCain. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Bravo 80.
They'll try the left side. Thompson. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Tap the 60, tap the 60. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. And they'll give him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Seven-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Dart.
Throw left side complete. That's Stevens. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium.
Up the middle they go. It's Turner. 2 yards a gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Dart.
It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Turner. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
On the return, here comes Newsome. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. That's caught at the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Roll. Let's go now. Bronco 80. Trap alert. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 21-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least 1 practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants
looking to throw. Dart. He finds his man. Complete. It's Stevens. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing his Dart. Oh, dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The Stevens not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Dart. Got a man. It's Rodriguez. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to go down in the field of play. So they say no to the field goal try, and time has run out on this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington.
Okay,
looking to put a drive together.
Let's go. Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
at the 26-yard line.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Red alert! Red alert!
They'll try the left side. Thompson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
At the 40-yard line.
Now a give right side. Thompson taken down at the 42.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
They'll keep it on the ground. Thompson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Jack Panther. Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, right?
They'll try the left side. Thompson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's go now. 60 by 60. Check. Ready.
On 3rd down, McCain. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Thompson. 103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On the jump.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Scott.
Now a give right side. McCain. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
The kicker on
A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 28-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Turner. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Dart. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, Turner. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Dart going to look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stops right at about the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now they send the tight end in motion left.
On 4th down, here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
He'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw from his end zone, Daniels.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And he's going to get this out to the 24-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over in that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Let's go now. Rocco 80. Go.
To throw is Daniels. He'll complete this one to Watson. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New York set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Turner. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Come on, set. Rock.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And he is caught. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard
line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles.